So it turns out the way that I learned to make ice cream, which is the right way, especially in a commercial kitchen, is really complicated, and it never even crossed my mind to deconstruct the ice cream making process and see what different people recommend. I looked at the professionals who taught me and I thought, well, that's the right way to do it. And it absolutely is, especially in a commercial environment. But I have this pile of books that I've been going through, from Ben and Jerry's to David Leibovitz's, and then today I'm basically going to be taking my 3 bases that I've steeped with flavor. There's fennel pollen, spearmint, natural spearmint, and hibiscus blossom, okay? So these bases I made using the Salt and Straw cookbook. And the biggest difference between Salt and Straw and these other books is Salt and Straw believes in the use of xanthan gum. Salt and Straw's base does not require an ice bath, digital thermometer, or tempering of egg yolks. And this is huge. And it's actually how they do it in production. So they didn't just put it in their cookbook to confuse the home cook. They actually do this and believe in the method. So first I'll demo and explain the method, and then I'll give you a little detail about xanthan gum and how it works. After straining the solids from my dairy, I'm going to combine the dry ingredients, which are non-fat milk solids, which is powdered milk, xanthan gum, which is a powder, and sucrose. And you want to put the xanthan and the non-fat milk solids into the sucrose, shake them around and disperse them so they don't clump. Then you're going to take the glucose syrup and pop it in the microwave for 5 or 6 seconds to help it release from the deli container. And the recipe itself calls for half whole milk and half cream, and that's what I have. And I reserve some. And the first time I put the sugars directly into the pan. You do not want to do that, and that's why it's good that I'm doing this recipe 3 times in a row. And I recommend you do that in small batches, because you'll learn from the first one, get better on the second, and then you do it great on the third. So my main goal in doing this recipe is to verify that the solids have dissolved. If they haven't dissolved, then I need to just go slow. So you go on medium heat, don't whisk for aeration, confirm that all of those solids have dissolved and have not gotten caramelized, scorched, or stuck to the bottom. Pull from the heat, add the rest of the dairy, stir, 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 quart it up, get it in the cooler. In order to understand xanthan gum, you have to imagine Jell-O in a solid state. You know water isn't flowing in and out of it, but if you warm up the Jell-O, at some point that water is going to be released. And that is exactly what happens when your ice cream melts and refreezes. 1% or less of xanthan gum is going to do the job of keeping those water molecules from migrating, and it's a neutral flavor. The only thing is if you use too much of it, it can make your ice cream stretchy and it could cause stomach upset. So I am going to rest these overnight so that the gum can hydrate and do what it does, and then I'm going to spin them, and I will post a video about how my ice creams turned out and then how I paired them with other flavored ingredients.